My name is Gabby Thomas. I played Taylor in the film, and I'm from Minnesota, and I moved out to LA about 4 years ago.
About 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Why'd you move to LA?
I wanted to pursue modeling and acting,
Okay.
which is kind of the only place to be. So,
And you were modeling and acting back in Minnesota.
on a very small scale, yes,
Okay.
but I thought it was a great launch pad.
Okay.
Yeah.
You took a bunch of modeling and acting classes in junior high school or something? Or like, how did you find all that stuff?
I actually stumbled into modeling in high school, and Target is based in Minnesota, which is such a
Okay.
blessing.
Okay.
So, I got some really great experience with them, landed some commercials there. And
Okay.
I was like, I kind of like this acting thing. So I did that on a small scale for a while. And then when COVID hit in 2020, I was like, I want to do this for real. So that's when I started working with my acting coach, Sheila Gray, in New York.
Okay.
And taking classes with her, a lot
On
of
Zoom.
improvisation on Zoom,
Yep.
which was such a great class format. I had no idea. Um, and then made the move out to LA after that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to do like winters in Minnesota during
No.
COVID, locked indoors.
No, who does?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Minnesotans. I grew up in New England and they love it. They love shoveling snow and scraping ice off of their windshields. You came out, had you been to LA before?
A few times.
Okay, what did you on those trips? What were you doing? You're out in Hollywood Boulevard, or what were you up to? Driving around in limousines or something, or what?
No, no, no.
What was your
Visiting
first experience of
friends.
LA?
My friend actually went to college out here in Redlands.
Okay,
So I would come out, visit her there. We would drive into LA, hang out with some of her friends. But it was just bigger than life.
yeah,
Like now my outlook has changed because I live here. But at that time, you're like, it is perfect. And this is exactly what I see in all the movies.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Those first few tastes sowed some seeds for you. Was it a geography thing, or were you like, okay, you know what? I know this place. This is Hollywood. I want to do the modeling and acting thing. Did it all coalesce, or were you like, I love just the palm trees and the beach, and I just could be here and do whatever, whatever my career is?
I hate the beach.
You
If you
hate the
put me in
beach.
sand, I'm going to have a panic attack.
You hate the beach.
Yeah.
You hate the ocean, or you hate
No, I
the
like to look at it. You
seaweed.
know what? If the
Okay.
sand was nicer here, like I'm talking Bahamas, like silky smooth,
Okay.
it'd be great. But it's not like that here.
Manhattan Beach beaches are pretty nice.
Manhattan's nice,
Okay.
but it's far.
But just like Marina Del Rey and like Venice Beach, not your thing.
Not cutting it.
Okay, fair enough. But sitting poolside, like
Poolside's
that
better.
resonates.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get here and then what do? It was just they just welcomed you with like a marching band or something, or like how did you get your
Yeah, a floral procession.
Okay.
It was really great.
Okay.
No, I signed with my agency out here, Lips, which is now the Rebellion,
Yep.
before I moved. And they've actually been really great at merging the modeling and the acting for me and helping me manage both those two things because it's hard,
Yep.
as we realized scheduling.
Yep. A lot of people's stories is they get an agent, they get a manager, the fucking agent, the fucking manager, they don't do anything for them, right? It's a
Yeah.
super common story. These guys were really supportive. What
Yeah.
what was the thing that made you feel like, oh, it's clicking here, like this is gonna work?
I mean, my initially modeling is what took off for
Mhm.
me out here and still is the way that I support myself in Los Angeles. And the acting jobs, they come and they go, but I love them.
Yep.
And my acting managers are actually based in New York. So, wait, I'm losing track of the question.
What was
Thank
clicking?
you.
Like, how did you feel things were clicking? So you have this agency out of New York, and
Yeah.
they're helping you tap in more to what like the theater and Broadway world, or they're giving you different types of roles, or what were the things that were clicking?
It was within, I think it was like my first 3 months out here. I was getting so many film auditions, which I was like, what is going on? Because I was signed with them back when I was in Minnesota too, and that wasn't happening. So I was like, wow, the magic of LA is happening. I landed a Lifetime movie right away, which
I've seen it.
no, no,
Oh,
you
I
don't need
haven't
to
seen
watch
that
it.
one.
No,
Okay,
you
never
haven't
mind.
seen it. But great experience being on a big set like that.
Yep. Yep. And so you're roaming around Los Angeles. You're getting these great scripts. What's that experience like of like getting stuff that you connect with? Like, does that ever happen? Where you get something in the mail and you're like, God, I guess I want this thing.
This has only happened with your script. No, you laugh, but to this day, like in my inbox, the scripts I get, yours is the only one I read it or I was like, I actually like this, and I can feel a character coming out of it, and that still holds true.
We'll put this in the front of the video.
Yeah, of
It'll be the
course.
intro, like the hook. Um, but like, what specifically? Like, I've seen some of your other movies, loved them, and like, what is it about a thing where it comes in? You're only getting 2 pages. Maybe there's a website.
Hmm.
What is it about the 2 pages where you're like, this looks different than some of the other stuff that I'm seeing?
What I struggle with in a script is some of it is so dialogue heavy. I think what's better is when there's more that's not said, where you can see what's that character's thought patterns in the moment of what they're hearing from the other character versus what they say next. And that's the magic. When you're saying, I'm feeling sad, and they're like, I'm super upset with you, like, obviously, we're not children. We can critically think when we watch a piece of art, you know? But your script had that.
So you come in, or we do a Zoom, I think. What was your experience doing the first Zoom?
I don't know if you remember
I
when.
remember everything. I remember. I don't know the story behind the story though. I remember your Zoom audition.
So the Zoom starts, and I study method
Hmm.
and sensory, but mainly method. And I have a hypothetical line of cocaine on my computer desktop, and I have a dollar bill rolled up, and I'm doing lines as I say hi to
Amazing.
you. Yeah.
And in the middle of the audition, are you just like,
Oh yeah, we're blasting off like that little Katy Perry spaceship.
when when the audition was over, what do you do? Do you just like go on a huge bender for a couple days, or do you just like I need to go and like go take a nap?
I honestly think I was so like I kept the fight or flight feeling of that going. We didn't step out of it.
So I didn't know this.
Oh yeah,
All I know is your performance. So you were doing that the whole time while we were shooting.
the whole time.
The whole time. That's amazing. That's amazing. Um, so you are rehearsing. You come in the first time
Mhm.
and we rehearse. You meet the rest of the cast. They're only imaginary people to you up to this point, right? You maybe seen their photographs, and you walk into. I remember the first rehearsal. What does that feel like?
It's daunting, but the way I looked at it is I walked into this room and I was like, wow, I'm about to get so close in the most beautiful way with all these people. And I cannot wait for that.
You started crying in one of the scenes. I'm like, yeah, do the scene where you talk to the guy. You have like an Angelo breakup scene, I think.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm like, okay, action. I'm looking over here. I look over. You're already just like just crying. How did you get there so quickly?
It's easy, figuratively, when you're thinking of something in your life that happened that affects you in the way that you know that scene would. Um, and it's fresh, it's right there. My coach always says that we are emotional instruments, and you're always fine tuning and learning to play that, and you're adding things to your toolbox as you practice. So, filling up that toolbox with what those triggers are was really helpful.
Who's this girl Taylor? Do you see Taylor out and about? Is there a bunch of Taylor in you, or do you see it in your friends? Like, let me start with like, who's this girl Taylor?
Taylor is a younger version of me mixed with a lot of ADD. And there's a few friends I used where I pulled in their essence to kind of round her out. Um, I don't want to give anything away. Maybe.
We'll do a spoiler alert right before people can like pause the video or do a little skip.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, give me some. What are some like shocking things about Taylor that happen that are when people watch this, it's gonna hit. Like when I was writing, I spent so much time on Taylor. When people watch the film, they're like, that Taylor, like I know Taylor. Like I could put a name to this person. What's this girl going through?
She's the friend that takes it too far a lot of times, but you keep her around because you love her for that.
Hmm.
She also doesn't know who she is, which is why you see her clinging to so many different people. She's just as lost as everyone else. Um, but yeah, I found Taylor in my high school self. I went back to the Notes app on my phone. When I was in high
Oh
school,
my
I
god,
listened to the music I listened
that's like
to
an
back
Instagram
then.
post. We'll get some of the notes. We'll put
Oh
them on.
yeah,
Okay, great.
like the old Snapchat archives of high school football games, even just to bring back like what was I insecure about at that moment, or what was the drama going on between friends, and bring that back into like my ether, to feel all those things. And yeah.
A lot of girls come to Los Angeles. They've got a lot of power. Young, cute, free guys giving them stuff. They find some dude that they think is like wild. They can. They're like, I can fix this guy. This will be a fun ride. And a lot of times what happens is they take them into deeper water than they're comfortable with, right? Um, this is something you've been through in Los Angeles. This is something that you've seen friends go through in Los Angeles.
All of it to an extent. I think everyone does know a Taylor, especially out in LA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, she is someone who got really lost in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. So you rehearse in a very short period of time. You come on set, and we go to those deep waters pretty quickly. Are there any moments on set that really stand out to you where you're just like, holy shit, I'm like deep in this character. Emotions are coming up that I wasn't expecting. Like, give me a moment on set where you still think about where you're like, wow, this was an intense moment.
It was the scene I did with Shelby when, spoiler alert, Taylor gets killed. Shelby and I were so connected in that scene. Like, even between takes, we were like locking eye contact and saying lines to one another and like keeping that emotion so fresh and right at the surface. And during that scene, I mean, like the adrenaline was pumping, and it was pumping so far to an extent that when I got stabbed, I actually got a bloody nose.
You actually got a bloody
Yeah,
nose. I remember that.
yeah.
I was worried that there was some sort of like, like thing that happened and like the
Oh, a puncture wound for
like a
real?
real puncture
No,
wound maybe.
no.
Okay, just a lot of
It
nerves.
was a lot of nerves.
What about we talked about winding down? Like, how do you wind down from something like that? Do you want to wind down? Do you want to hold on to that moment, carry it into when you're shopping at Target the next day?
I went to EDC after. Do you remember
I
that?
do remember that too. Yeah, I was very
Yeah,
jealous. I wanted to leave set and go to EDC. I was
yeah.
very jealous.
You went on vacation though, didn't you?
I went on vacation. So when I finished shooting, I came back and my wife took my two daughters to her parents' house in San Diego, and she was just like, "I don't even want to, whatever you're going through, dude. I don't want to see it." And she goes, "You can have the house to yourself for a week." So I did a staycation for a week, and I like decompressed.
It's good. It
But you went to EDC and you had just house music,
was great.
buffet.
Yeah.
Amazing. What else you working on? I know you got a lot of like you're spinning a lot of plates. You got a lot of things going on. What else you working on outside of this movie?
I did a docuseries that I finished up and a pilot, and
Cool,
then otherwise I've been busy modeling.
cool.
So,
You got an apparel. I don't want to spoiler alert. You got an apparel line in the works or something.
I
You got entrepreneurial
do.
endeavors that are
I
bubbling.
do. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm very excited.
great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
you coming in.